Yes, as you can clearly see, I am wearing my cow hat. Because I'm a Taurus. And because, of course, as usual, 2025, I've brought in the new year with a new baby orb. It's in my shorts. Short videos, I mean. Whoa, easy. And it was pretty cool because I was talking and I was asking questions. I do different versions for these orbs. I never know how they're going to dance. And when I mentioned if every cow that you see is Taurus, a light orb will appear, a faint one right away. That was Venus. So I can debunk pseudoscience, astrology, blah, blah, blah. Okay? The magic world is real. Okay? There is a creator. What up, Peter? Taurus thesaurus. And then after that, the first orb appeared. I said, all I'm saying is that the steak you're eating is sacred. A star made that, and you. And then an orb appeared when I said that. As clear as day. What up, Peter and the Wolf? Okay, let's watch it. Okay, hold on. You're not going to see the first one. It's very faint. The second one, I guarantee you.
If every cow that you see is Taurus, a huge light orb will appear. Whoop, there you go. There was one. That was a spasmatic one. I've never seen it like that. That was a boomerang orb. Wow. I never know when they're going to come. So I said Taurus. I am a Taurus. I mentioned cow, and they seem to like that. That one that was by my right side. Wow. Shall I keep going and asking more questions? It's pretty obvious that the steak you're eating is sacred. That's all. It's a star system that made that and made you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
It was like a boomerang. Very interesting. The minute I said, your steak is sacred, I'm also going to debunk protein, that animals have no feeling. They have no soul. I've heard this. I actually had an argument with a subscriber, I couldn't believe this, who liked my spirituality, but did not see animals as equal to humans. Wow. Without animals, you don't have a Bhagavad Gita, a Mahabharata, because the horses are the ones that pulled the chariots, right? You have no Robin Hood, okay? You have no Bible, you have no Quran, you have no Torah, you have no Buddha without animals. And a lot of us don't know what Gautama Buddha means. So it's very simple. If you want to see the other orb a bit clearer, you have to watch the video because the lighting isn't great, but wow. Let's just look at how clear you look when you leave your body and that there is no death. Let's just zoom in on this miracle. All I can say is that I'm damn grateful. Okay? Bam. Wow. Wow. So Venus is associated with the white color in India. Interesting. Because she rules in Taurus? Very simple. So we're going to dedicate this whole video, this whole live, to animals who aren't alive, who don't get a chance to have a New Year's, don't get a chance to go to the movies, don't get a chance to work out, don't get a chance to be broke or be rich, sacrificed right away for protein. And a lot of them aren't, honored and given respect. We know this. They're put in tight spaces. I would love to see a human survive the way a pig is raised and survives in these factories. okay, with the humans going in their genitals, up their butt with steroids and hormones, invading their crotches. I'd love to see a human do that. I'm just saying, the things that we do to animals, if it was done to us, you would call the FBI, the CIA. This is a weird reality we live in today, man. Weird. We must talk about the animal kingdom. Before we get into the animal kingdom, let us understand what your Buddha is. Who is Buddha? And I don't believe I've ever heard the Dalai Lama acknowledge Buddha as this. I'm going to start slow. I've shown a lot of this before. And then I'm going to flat earth you with different cultures. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Animals are all flat earth, honey. You can't have animals grazing and cows. Dude, wake up on a spinning globe. How would they find the scent of another animal? And how would they be tracking so clear and hunting at night or in the morning if we're spinning on a globe 1,000 miles an hour, guys? Like, come on, man. Have you seen an elephant and a giraffe just standing still, love? Stationary. But we're spinning, right? Even your animals, they stop. The way the world is today, everything should be constantly spinning if it's a globe, is all I'm saying. Everything should be spinning. Every idea, everything that we do should be a globe or a spinning, chasing something like the sun, energy. And it is not, is it? Most things are stationary. They stop and go, stop and go. Earth stop, stars go. Earth stop, sun, moon go. Yeah, call me crazy because I didn't kiss the bum of Neil deGrasse Tyson's breakfast or Elon Musk's little green screen car to Mars. Remember that? That's your astrology today. I guarantee you that Elon Musk would consider a birth chart reading and astrology pseudoscience, but what he's doing with driving cars to Mars and space, that's not astrology. I'm serious. They separate and discriminate. I'm going to use different cultures to flat earth you, and you're going to have nowhere to go. There is nowhere, no way to defend the globe when I give you evidence after evidence of Earth and something level. It's simple. I'm going to go to China and do it to you. I'm going to go to Mexico. Trust me, I got you. First of all, the animals first, because animals have a pretty bad deal. Okay. It's getting hot. Off with the hat. Okay, this is the number of cows that are killed every year. Okay, I'm just showing. And I used to eat meat. Relax. Relax. This is in honor of the animal, not to make you feel guilty if you eat animals. Relax. Vegans too. Breathe. Let's just. I got to figure out the lighting. I don't understand. It's okay. Okay. So basically 200 million cows every year die. Okay. For you to eat. And it says slaughtered. Okay. Who is Sergeant Slaughter in wrestling? Slaughter. Every time you hear about a war, and let's just say the other side didn't do so well, they got slaughtered, right? Use that in also sports. Or they slaughtered that team. So let me get this straight. You slaughter the animal with the same word you use in war for a wrestler, Sergeant Slaughter. So then would it not make sense? And we all know this. And when you're eating this, you're eating violence, then. And then you're watching violence. Samurai movies, I'm watching Crazy Samurai. Pretty wild movie about a samurai who took on 400 people, but it's bloody. You got your horror movies, your zombie movies, you got whatever's going on, right? You got your Rob zombies. So you are embracing slaughter when you eat it, and then you're watching slaughter in the movie with your child. It's conditioning you with no shampoo, honey, and you still have dandruff like me. Okay. Jay, where are you going? Jay, what are you saying? Jay, there's no evidence of what you're saying. Jay, intellectuals. From my cows. Now, in etymology, what does Gautama mean? Gautama Siddhartha Buddha? Okay. Okay, etymology. Gautama means descendant of the greatest ox, cow, or the bull. And the Dalai Lama didn't tell you that, and even your vegans didn't know this. Okay? Now take a wild guess as to why it's a bull. That would be Taurus. But your Buddhists don't believe in astrology. Some of them kind of do. Thank you for the heart. Do you understand me? So you don't even know what Gautama is. I know Buddhists who read the books and do the meditation, and I love them. And I drop that on them. They're like, oh, I didn't know that. In their 60s. I'm like, damn, that's the first thing you should know. Is that it wasn't a literal person. This is the problem with all of your movements. You make it a literal thing. It gets confusing. Different birth years, different times and parts of the earth they exist, and you're arguing, and you're missing the point. It's about stars, guys. The stars are right there over your head while you're arguing about when Buddha was born and where he's from, Nepal or India. It's stupid. It's Taurus, guys. But it's going to get even more complicated for you because Buddha in Sanskrit means what? Okay, it's all about stars and animals right now. We're going to get it done real simple. For those that call it pseudoscience and don't believe in it. If you're a Zen Buddhist or a Buddha Buddhist, whatever Buddhist you are doing astrology, whether you like it or not. Okay? For real. Jay, stop being so tough. Okay. Buddha. So you have many different What up, Jazzy Her? Love you too, sister. So this is all about animals today. Animals and flat earth. Because animals and flat earth are one and the same. Okay? Your animal's feet, quite grounded and sturdy and flat, most of them. They don't have balls for feet, your animals. Okay? So, Buddha also means Mercury in Sanskrit. So you have a problem if you don't understand astrology and you're a Buddhist. I don't care, Christian, Catholic. You know what I'm saying? It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. Now, what made the Buddha enlightened? I've already shown all of this, but I'm going to repeat and do it in a different way because a lot of us are confused and we haven't done deep enough research. And then we go meditate, we change our diet, or we do something different, but we don't really know what we're doing because we're missing the star, the sacred energy that makes both you and that animal and that movement that you either ate or you joined. And if you don't give credit to where it is due, do the math. It'll get repossessed, honey. The repo man will come for you. Repo? Reaper, honey. It's not a game. Where'd that come from? The repo man or woman getting that shit back. The IRS? You didn't pay your taxes? You want to take that shit back. Where'd that come from? Think about it. Go to your constellations. What star system Libra might behave like that? Liberty, law in the sky, in the energies. When you leave, what up, look within? Makes sense to me. The repo man will take it back, meaning the creator. Yes. Take back all that shit that you thought you knew and spin you around like you thought the earth was a globe. And you might end up in a very interesting place when you pass on. I don't know. I'm not dead yet. But there are books on the dead. You better know your stars to be on a good foot for your footage. And if you have bunions and corns, bless you. Footage, bunions, and corns, you got it. That should be a punk band. Bunions and corns. Have fun. All right. Rep, like reputation too. Exactly. What a blessed mix. Okay, this is all about animals and flat earth. Okay? And I already hear the laughter. I hear some people laughing and calling it crazy, and I can already hear them. Not in my chat room. The 100 people who are watching this, I guarantee you, most of them are probably Globers. But I love you. I'm sure most of you are eating animals. No judgment. Once again, it's all love. But let's not do that because I don't. It's not easy. Of course, you might feel different and skinny and a bit weak, but your animals die and don't get a chance to live at all. So at least you're alive. Do you understand me? If someone stopped your life short, let's say you were in grade 8 and I come knocking on the door and I'm like, hey, that one right there looks pretty thick. What's his name? His name is John. Yeah, tell John to come here. And I snatch John, throw him in a car, put him in a cage, handcuff him, drive him somewhere, and then tick, 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 and eat. Out of nowhere. This is what you do to animals. So if humans had this done to them, and it has happened to them, ironically, because you're eating animals and sacrificing them, and you're misunderstanding the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran in terms of sacrifice. You are misunderstanding. You don't know everything. You think you might be well learned, but a good student is always learning and asking questions, even if the preacher told you that that was the truth. You still do your own research. Problem is, most of you, because you're eating the wrong things, it slows you down. It's a simple, and it's not to dish you at all. We love you. We want you on our side, man. Okay. We want to get out of a debt-based global system. Okay? Debt-based means you're never going to get rich. Your 401c3K, they're lying to you. It's a debt-based system, honey. When you die, life insurance, everything you owe, they're going to come for you and take your shit, even in death, if you don't pay it back. That is messed up. But where'd that come from? The book of the dead, honey. Do you understand me? Who's the god of death? Saturn, Kronos. You get it? In Libra? With Venus. And in Capricorn. Okay? Know your stuff. So how did the Buddha become enlightened? I'm going to start slow. This is also for Venus, because a lot of you women are repressed and have issues, because your feminine symbols have been repressed and have issues. It is time for you to know and stand up, make some changes. Once you see this, that you are a complicated, beautiful, incredible, powerful, and destructive, and creative, like men, force of nature. You are not just married, having kids, going on vacation, eating protein again, frying up some animals, and not knowing your zodiac means the circle or the cipher of little animals. I'm going to mess your head up too. I'm going to flip this so hard for you in detail to show you how deep astrology is in your animals. I'm going to change your whole perspective on your Bible, on Buddha, and I'm going to use Hinduism, yep, devil worship to do it. Yeah. Or was it paganism? Here is how Buddha became enlightened. Reaper will come for your rep. Yes. And when you die, it's the same thing. The laws of Ma'at in Egypt, weighing your heart. The gods of Egypt, remember that movie Hollywood? They even showed you that there. Okay. Okay, so just read for you Buddhists who are new. According to Buddhist tradition, Siddhartha Gautama, who later became known as the Buddha, attained enlightenment while meditating under a Bodhi tree, and the moment of realization is often associated with seeing the morning star, which is typically understood to be the planet Venus. So your Buddha did not just become enlightened from watching a tree, honey. Okay? Now, why is Venus important? And it relates to Taurus and cows and animals and why we shouldn't be eating them. And if you do, we love you. Just try to stop. High blood pressure is a hell of a drug. Okay? Now we know this. This is all slow. Okay? But this is for the people that, might be new to my channel. So your Venus, as we know, rules in Taurus. So I'm starting very slow. This is dedicated to animals. Very important. Okay? Morning star, right? Okay. Now we go to Revelation 2:16 to see that this Jesus calls himself the very person that Buddha became enlightened by. Venus, which is a coincidence? Okay, take your time. I'm going to undo the mind control real quick. Morning star. Okay, slow it down. What does Lucifer mean in etymology? For those that think it's evil and you want a video that exposes an agent or fake news only. What are you guys doing? Lucifer is all these things, okay? In etymology, you have nowhere to go, okay? So that's very complicated, guys. That's very complicated for your Bible and your Buddha. Buddha like Lucifer? Excuse me? Excuse me? Or is it Jesus? Excuse me? Gautama means a cow, Taurus. Buddha means Mercury, Sanskrit. The Venus is the rock star that you should be looking into, is my point. Okay. Wow. Damn. Wow. Just deep. This is all simple stuff. Okay. Now I'm going to F your head up some more because it needs to be F'd with. It's been F'd with the wrong way. Okay? Someone has organized your thoughts. What is disorganized religion? If it's organized, what would disorganized religion be? Why does it have to be organized? Organized crime, right? Organ donor. They play the organs. It's your organs, honey. The organ and the eyes. Do you hear? You're missing this in your organized religion. making it literal, meaning they're going to make it literally having organs like you, Jesus, was a metaphor for Venus, honey. Organized. They're making Moses literal. They're giving Moses organs and eyes. Religion. It's genius. Do you hear me? Moses was not real, honey. It's Mars. You want to get into it? I can get yelled at for this. I don't care. You Bible thumpers, come see me. I'm in Iowa City. I'm not hard to find. I clean trash outside, okay? And I have a limp, so you can't miss me in my limp. Okay? Let's go. You upset? You know, for some reason, the Bible apparently is evidence that Christ Jesus lived. Isn't that interesting? That when you go to like want evidence, they'll say, well, the scriptures. No. I don't want scriptures. Ask questions, people. There has to be more than a book and bloodlines and people who had lived that were related to Moses and Jesus Christ and the Virgin Mary, but there's none, are there? But it's you and me, basically, isn't it? And the atheist, too, is also a child of Jesus and Krishna, like it or not, and Venus. Okay, so now let me get warmed up. I'm going to show a lot of the same shit for a reason. We all know this by now. Your phosphorus means morning star. Okay, and quickly. And you have this. Okay, your urine and your feces are a good source of phosphorus, aka Jesus. Yep, aka Lucifer, aka what made Buddha enlightened. So if you want to become enlightened, you might want to get into your urine and take your number 2 outside. Not easy to do that, but you can do it. Now I'm going to F your head up some more. Jay, stop talking while you're chewing food. I couldn't understand you. Did you understand the suffering of that animal that was killed before you ate it? Did you hear it moan and groan before you had your little 5-star dinner there, your cuisine? Then you can handle me eating chips, not my chat room, the ones who are hard of hearing. They love to hear that steak sizzle and smell the steak, but to watch the cow get murdered and butchered and slaughtered, like in war, they can't do that. So then why are you eating it? This is a great question. Why was I eating it? All love. Okay? Now, what is Venus in India? Very important. This one's a rock star right here. In India, Shukra is a man, not a female as Venus or Aphrodite. He is the guru of demons, guys. That's the same person as Jesus. Now, that's the one that Buddha became enlightened by? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? I thought that Buddha didn't like demons and no violence and meditation and empty yourself and all this stuff, right? What's he doing learning from the guru of demons and being enlightened by that dark star. Do you see where I'm going here? I just effed your head up. You have to acknowledge and respect all cultures before you just see yours. And you're only going to understand Earth and animals when you look into your stars and you manifest orbs like I do. I manifested Venus today. Wow, it's in my short. Incredible. Big one. Circle, like it came invisible, it turned white, and then it went invisible and it disappeared. I'm grateful, man, because I'm going through all kinds of hell with my body. Any little moment where I can get outside of this body, I am like, yeah, because I'm exhausted. But it makes me stronger. Okay. Let's just process and let's talk about the things I just showed you, which I've shown you thousands of times, but it never gets old. Why should you now respect animals? Because your Buddha is an animal. He's the great cow. What the hell is he doing being related to a cow? What up, me too, three? Me too, three. Now, Krishna is known as Govinda, protector of the cows. Why must he protect the cows? I thought in India they were all vegetarians. Let's look up how many cows get slaughtered in India, the holy place. Oh, they're also horrible out there too with this. But much love to India. But listen, guys, it is what it is. What do you say, Hare Krishna and then murder it? That's okay? If you like doggy style, parental advisory. I ain't no vegan either. I just don't eat someone's child. If you like doggy style and you don't eat your dog, but you will eat the cow, you are confused. Think about it. Then you're telling me animals aren't equal to humans, but you like doggy style, don't you? Or if you're gay, okay, fine. Do you see where I'm going here? Then you have a doggy bag when you put your dead cow in chicken, but it's never a dead dog in there unless you're having Chinese food, be careful. Or it's cat. Do you understand me? This is a good point. Isn't that ironic? Getting it from behind like a little doggy? Cowgirl. I've said it before. Cowgirl, wonderful, make love. You're saying you're a cow and grinding on your man. And then you eat the cow. They aren't equal to you, but they're in your sex life. Wow. Do cows have human style? I'm going to hit it human style. No, I don't think so. They don't care about you. It's a good question. How do they have sex? Do they have positions like you and names like you? No, they just do it. You got creative. Isn't it? Why isn't it called water style? Nope, it's doggy. Okay, goddamn. Okay. Excuse me. I might seem a bit loopy. The chronic pain. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Number of cows murdered in India. The land of Krishna. Who's the cow herd? This is important. Okay, the number is not nearly as big as America, but I'm sure it's more than this. So they're killing it. They're killing the bull. Okay, that's my point. Okay, that's still a lot. 14,000. We're killing 200 million. But it doesn't matter how many. One is a Taurus field. The reason why you can't hear astrology or maybe embrace orbs and see mystical things and manifest that stuff is because you're eating the wrong stuff. What do you mean by wrong? What is right? What is wrong? The animal's alive and then it's dead. It was taken by another human. That would be a crime. Simple shit. Okay, now your Taurus is an earth sign. Thank you for the hearts. An earth sign. Okay. Not a globe earth, just it's earth. Let's slow down. Do we ever see animals on the Great Plains? Which means flat and level. Yes, you see buffalo and shit. And cows. Lord have mercy. So cows play a significant role in the Great Plains, providing major beef. Interesting. That's their role? Does the cow know that? Do you interview the cow before you do that? A significant role. Do you see how arrogant that sounds? The significance is it dying for you to eat it so you can live? There's no plants in the Great Plains? Plain. What does plain mean? Now I'm going to flat earth you. In many ways. It's going to be fun. And the people who like NASA, it's not for you really, but you can watch. People who love Star Trek and Star Wars and the lightsaber, and you don't know that that's actually the light from the stars. Why is there a red lightsaber and a blue one with Luke and Darth Vader? Red and blue, red shift, blue shift, Taurus field, your red and blue blood. Nothing going on there. There's no blue stars or red ones. Mars is red. Blue is Neptune. Orion can be considered a bit blue. Okay, guys. You sing the blues. Okay. Let's slow it down and let's just show what the word plain means. A lot of repeating, nothing new. There's no new year. I'm giving you old truth because I have to repeat, like Peter or Jupiter. Jove, Zeus, Jupiter. The one who jupes or jumps. Okay. Ain't no new year if you think the earth is spinning around, guys. I'm just telling you. I mean, it's like, come on, man. I dedicate this to all the heretics that were murdered for defending flat earth, defending astrology, holistic medicine. They were all murdered by people who believed in Jesus Christ in medieval times. It's okay. Also in India, they did that. And the royal families of China and Japan all did that and beheaded people. for stuff like this. Okay? That was me in a past life, and I'm here. Nice try. You gave me disease, chopped my head off, called me names. Wow. Threw me under the bus, and here I am again, smiling at you with wisdom. That's my revenge, undoing what you thought was the truth. Plane, or PLAIN, honey, is a flat surface and level, okay? Take your time. Take your time. Now, I'm going to go to my flat earth notes. I got some new stuff for you, but it's not new. Okay. Thank you for the, what up, Bob Robs? Hey, Bob, how'd you find me? TikTok or YouTube? You look new. Welcome. I always love new people, but nothing new. We're all old and have had past lives. We're catching up without mustard and horseradish. It's called horseradish, and you eat animals. I'm not dissing people who eat animals, but this is about animals. Horseradish. Did it come from a horse? No, but you named it horseradish. Why? Would you eat a horse? Some of you have eaten horse, but you don't really go to a horse to eat a horse. You go to a chicken or a cow. That's animalist. I'm just saying, it's just strange. Oh, thank you. TikTok, I appreciate that. Hey, Bob, please pardon all the crazy comments that I will get on TikTok. Forgive them for they have sinned. Bless Bob and bless TikTok. 1753. Okay, what part of the world also means level, like a plane, PLANE, or PLAIN in flat? What part of the world literally means level city? If it's a globe, I'm asking. Give me a second. I'm going to back up my thesis. God bless China. A lot of you treat the Chinese like you do the Mexicans. Oh, China, the enemy, and Korea, and the Mexicans taking our jobs. What are you doing? Not all Germans are Nazis. I know people that are so traumatized from the Hitler thing that all Germans suck to them. And I'm like, I'm a black guy. Okay, we have gangs. We're known to do black on black crime. Are you gonna, well, you do assume that, but are you gonna also, like, how far does it go with your stereotypes? How far are you stuck in stereo? And is it AM or FM you're getting? Do you pay your taxes? It came from China, honey. Taxing China? Taxing? What does it mean? County level. That's China acknowledging a city that is named a level city. So here's my question again about globe. Thank you for the hearts. About globe Earth. If it's spinning around and it's a ball has no corners. When you go outside, you can see corners. Look at my house. There are corners and hexahedrons, which is Earth and your 5 platonic solids. So you're confused. You think I'm confused and crazy, but no, when I show you this, you're going to be like, it's a good point. It should not be a level city if we're spinning around. And doesn't water always hit its level? And when they show you the globe Earth, it's a full tank of water. It's just all around water spinning around. Water up here, water there. It's like, whoa, are you kidding me? When I'm walking and I see the earth and the land and the flat square land and miles, square miles, everything is level. Okay, but you do have water in your heavens. It's frozen, though. It's a firmament. Do you understand me? You're being given something that's kind of true, but it's all over the place. And demons did this to you. Your twin, the upside down version of you. Respect your enemy before you call them your enemy. Art of war, honey. Okay, that was one example. Bless China. Now, Liangcheng County, China again. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. This one might be hard to find. Give me a second here. I'm going to skip this one. Never mind. This is changing on me. Give me a second here. We'll go to India. Okay, what is the Indo-Gangetic Plain? What is that? Plain, level, again. Ganga is river in Sanskrit, level. Like China, taxing. Taxidermy, the taxman, the taxi. The Taxis were also a family. Did you know that? You have a family that are called the Taxises, honey. You better wake up real. Vaughn? Anyone named Vaughn or Van Allen? Be careful. Von Rothschild? I'm just saying. Someone is giving you your taxes. Okay. Let's go to the plains of Africa, if it's a ball. Okay, Africa has plains. Okay, so I'm just saying, like, if it's a globe, there are so many patterns of a plane, a level, flat surface all over the world. And you're showing me a globe. So if there's a level city in China, there are plains in India, plains in Africa. I believe Copernicus is European, right? Was from Europe, right? Europe has many planes, honey. Hi, Copernicus. Copernicus, how is this possible? Plane means level. But Copernicus measured and gave us data showing that it's a globe, but where he's from is a plane. I flat earthed you in Africa, China, India, and Europe is all level. So where do you go from there? Okay, so you know that a sphere has no corners. A ball or a sphere has no corners, apparently, right? No corners. Let us now go to the globe Earth picture. Excuse me. Okay. God, this makes me laugh when I see this. So they give you this, right? Interesting. And things that are stretched around it and all that, and so everything is curving around. Wow. Now let's go look at the city. I don't know, the corner where the drug dealer is. Let's just look at that. Here we go. So I believe I'm seeing a corner here. But on a globe, you can't have this. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is a plane. So how do you have that concept on something that's entirely a sphere? I'm just dying to know what the answer would be. I'd love to challenge Neil deGrasse Tyson's breakfast. Okay. I got more for you. A sphere can't have corners. Great. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. What is Earth in math? I mean, guys, like, this is like common sense. I never see flat earthers using this, ever. I don't know why. This is math. This is a fact. These things aren't primitive. Because we have math class today, you have geometry today in school, and trigonometry. Here is your Earth with corners, honey. So I'm going to ask you again. I showed you a real city with corners like this here. Then I showed you a picture of what the pop culture said your Earth is. A balloon that can't have corners or sides. And somehow it does, which would be a miracle, right? That's called confusion, honey. I got more for you. Give me a second here. This is for scientists. This is all dedicated to animals. All your scientists eat every part of the animal, like buffet, cuisine, 5-star, talking this trash about global this, global that, global, oval, office. Only thing round are your testicles, honey, and your woman's ovaries. Relax. You're on a plane, honey, with corners. Yes or no? Where are you going to go? What can you say to that? You just get mad, I would imagine. Not my chat room. The pop culture people, you just get mad at that evidence. It's bullshit. That would be your answer because it's right what I did. Okay. Anyhow, give me a second here. One second. Trying to find a specific thing. I think it's an issue of scale. From our POV, we see planes and corners, but at a much larger scale, the Earth may appear spherical, or I don't know. I might just be indoctrinated. That's okay, you are. But you see, even Bob is kind of struggling with, because, okay, great. Bob is, I believe, a sphere earther, but it's cool because Bob is not being obnoxious and we're not battling. But you see that right there? It shows you that it doesn't align, though. It can't work. You can't have corners, edges, level energy with a spinning sphere. It just can't happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a fact. It's not like I'm not making this up, right? I'm not trying to even be better than anyone here. It's a good point. And if someone answers like that, then we know. If Bob can't really answer, it's like, I don't really know, though. It's okay. That means that what I'm saying is solid, stationary, fixed. Yes or no? Okay. Yememna. I got to find this one on my Facebook page. It's about orbs and a geocentric Earth. Give me a second, because I'm gonna seal the deal with this one. But I got to find it first. Got so many things. You know me. Just give me a second here. I think it might be this one. I have so many examples of orbs, guys. It's like I have an arsenal of information that goes beyond the body. This might take a moment. Just give me a second. I don't think it's this one. No. I'm just confirming with myself that this is not it. No. Okay, give me a second. Maybe it is in this one. Bear with me. That's funny. Yeah, there it is. I found it. Now, Bob, you're going to like this. Because I believe you found me through my orb videos. Of course you did. Where I go outside the body and beyond a podcast, beyond a diet, or even the earth even. I go to what makes the earth, or spirits. Something invisible and soft that you can't touch makes something solid. How do I know that? Sperm and the egg. Sperm is very liquidy, soft, creamy. It goes into the vagina, and then magically it's solid. Wow. And you don't think that you're a magician? How can you be an atheist when you have birth? The miracle of birth, which no one can really explain, really. What makes the sperm? And don't give me atoms and Einstein's bum bum. Okay. When you look up orbs, it mentions a geocentric model. Okay, read the top. Celestial orbs are spheres, but they're spirits and not the earth. There's a difference. You scroll down, celestial sphere is a geocentric model, meaning the earth. Geo, earth as the center, which means you can't have orbs on a globe. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Now I'm going to show you evidence of that in a video. I've already played it. I'm going to play it again because it's quite amazing. I got a very clear orb.
I mentioned cow, and they seemed to like that. That one that was by my my right side. Wow. Shall I keep going and asking more questions? It's pretty obvious that the steak you're eating is sacred. That's all. It's a star system that made that and made you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
It even moved like a star system. Did you see it? Wow, man. Woo! I got lucky with that one, man. Because they don't come that clear. I've had some that just are invisible real fast. You got to have good eyes. But that could be anything. This, now I'm going to show you a picture of why Earth is geocentric. Look very carefully. It is a disc, honey. It's a disc. It's flat. Do you understand me? Even your orbs are telling you this. I am bringing you geocentric Earth through paranormal manifestations. Look at that. Thank you, Bob. It is very cool. Hey, Bob, does that make any kind of sense to you? In a different way? I'm curious. Think about it. If we're chasing the sun, which is also an orb, and other planets, and we're in the middle of nowhere, right? Just think about this. And we're moving around and spinning. How are we able to manifest and even see anything clear? Your Buddhists believe the earth is a flat disc. I just showed you an orb as a disc. But they're called spheres. But they're spiritual, spherical. When they give you a globe earth, they're retarding your spiritual antenna. It makes sense. Then you believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. You get it? And Bigfoot and shit like this. Okay? They're metaphors. 1753. Let's go to the land of Buddha. Oh, no problem. No problem. The reason why I'm showing the orb after the geocentric model is because it's to confirm that a celestial orb was thought of when there was a geocentric Earth. I am manifesting orbs today, not like back in the day, that would tell us that they could only be coming here if the Earth is the center of the universe, which it is, in my opinion. It was just evidence. It was just sort of paranormal evidence to back up what I showed you with the celestial orb. And let's research that celestial orb a little bit more too. Okay, here is the Buddhist map. A drawing, okay? Okay. You see a square in the middle and a disc, honey. Square, hexahedron Earth, and a orb, a circle around it. A rainbow does not stop where you see it stop. It's going through something and finishing a circle. A rainbow is an orb. The only thing with curvature is your rainbow, really, or your clouds, honey. You see where I'm going now there, Bob? It's a bit heavy. Think about it. Okay? What does orb mean? Geocentric Earth, celestial orb. I have an orb appear. It's flat. Geocentric Earth means flat Earth. The orb is mentioned. I am seeing an orb. Not many of you see orbs. See where I'm going now? Not many of you see orbs to even think like this. So, of course, this is new and heavy, but it makes sense. They would not be coming here if it's a globe, honey. So orbs are discs, not spherical. Yeah, well, they are. Give me a second. They appear to be spheres, but they're flat mists when you get a picture of them. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really like solid energy. It's like light manifested. And then something became solid, which would be your earth, sperm. It's basically the seeds of the universe are the orbs. Making a baby. It looks like sperm. Honestly, my orbs. Okay, now. This can be a bit confusing, but this is what orb means in etymology. Okay, it does say sphere. Okay, no problem. I'll make sense of this. Okay. Circular, but it says a disc and a ring too. So it's kind of complicated, and a heavenly body. Earth is not a heavenly body. It's a unique earth body. Like in the Bible, it says there are heavenly bodies of one kind and earthly bodies of another kind. One isn't better than the other, but you have to know what one looks like and what one is and what one isn't. That's why I'm here. And it's going to trip you. Don't sprain your ankle. Disc, circle. Okay. Globe, sphere, but not Earth. Now let's go to the celestial orb. This geocentric thing. Let's just take a look at it. I'm going to explain more, Bob. I'm going to blow your mind. I'm going to seal the deal with the 5 platonic solids, Bob. You'll understand what I'm saying. Because even for me, I'd be like, wow, this is a bit. I get it, what I'm saying with the orb shit, but it makes sense. Okay, here it is. Okay? The celestial sphere. Just take a look. Just take a look at it. Just slow down. That's the wheel of fortune. It's the rims of your car. Your car's orbit, not Earth. Something moves the car, but Earth no move. That would be your celestial sphere or orb, honey. So in ancient times, we had this. You kind of see where I'm going now a bit more, Bob. Now, Bob, imagine a force field around the hexahedron, which would be the ether. In the ether, we know orbits, whereas Earth is terra firma, firm to confirm. It's not terra spinner. Spinma doesn't work. It's firm. Firm don't spin. Yes or no? So now I'm going to show you what the orb around the Earth is. It's the dodecahedron, Bob, aka the orb. And there's a demon down here mixing it up for you, but I am being given the gift of having supernatural spirits visit me to also back up that it's not a globe. I got you, Bob. It should make sense more now. You kind of see where I'm going, Bob. I'll definitely have to do some more research. Very intriguing. You make a lot of sense. Thank you. I'm grateful. First time here, very polite person. We didn't get mad at each other. We had different understandings. So you can do it, people. A lot of you people in the truth movement can be a bit rude, or you can have some trolls who are rude too. Yeah. There's no need. If someone doesn't see something your way, you simply give your evidence, humble, and see if they get it. If they don't, you move on. Don't call them names. Make them feel bad about themselves. That's your twin. Okay. Now I'm going to seal the deal. In the Bible, there's a firmament mentioned. I don't believe in the Bible, but there are codes in there. I'm not a Christian, honey. There's astrology in the Bible that I do understand. But I'm not a Bible thumper. Relax. But it mentions a firmament. A dome, right? An orb has a dome to it. King Dome. Okay. Let's go back to the 5 platonic solids. It's going to make even more sense now. In the 5 elements, which is a fact, you can't change this. You have fire, tetrahedron, and geometry. You have air. The octahedron is kind of a square. Dead giveaway. Earth is the hexahedron with corners. Very simple. You go to water, it shape shifts. Of course. Icosahedron has corners still. The dodecahedron is the 12-sided orb. It's the roundest shape in the 5 elements, honey. Ether. Look, that's the ball. Do you understand even more now, Bob? Doesn't it make sense? What's the greenhouse? What's a force field? What is the dome? Okay, if it's a globe, we're still surrounded by some kind of a casing, aren't we? An orb. So you're living in a bubble, supported, frozen water, but it's an orb, and the stars move within the stationary plane with the corners, no corners on a ball. Earth. Wow. Blowing your mind. Now watch this. This is going to even confirm it more. In math, you have shit like this. I'm not playing games. This is going to make even more sense. Why do we have this? Why do we have circling the square? That's an orb around the earth. They don't want you to know this. Fact. Circling the square. Do you understand now? Geocentric. The orb was geocentric. Then it became primitive, and now it's a new world order. Wow. I mean, they give it to you so clear, and I can make it simple. There were too many long-winded videos about all this shit, and everyone gets bored, or they're already defensive the minute you're indifferent from them. It's a lot of new information for me, but it's very interesting. Fantastic. All I needed to know. I'm grateful. It means I'm doing my job. I'm only a good teacher if these people can connect. Okay. If not, I have to do some more work, which I don't have to because I do my homework and I show it to you in a different kind of way that you can eat. It'll be heavy, but it will make sense. It'll make so much goddamn sense that you won't believe it. Now watch this. Dedicated to animals. Zodiac means it's telling you in Zodiac, guys. So I'm going to challenge the globe again because it's very important to hear this. Okay. Zodiac means the circle of little animals. Circle. Disc. Okay. So that means that Earth is a globe, and then you have the circular stars. So is it a circle within a circle within a circle? Doesn't make sense. A hamster wheel within a hamster wheel? Okay. Now, watch this. I want you to visualize this shit. Now, we have this in math. I am a genius. Square in the center of the circle? Hey, Neil deGrasse Tyson, aren't you into math? I don't understand. Is the hexahedron? You see where I'm going now? Ah, now let's see an image of that. This is legit. This is what your Earth is. It has to be this. Makes sense to me. Hexahedron in the disk. There it is. The orb. The orb is the secret. They don't want you to know how to manifest orbs. That's why I'm so woke. That's why I'm so deep with this. Because I can bring paranormal energies into my apartment by saying things that are very sacred. And then I can confirm and back it up with other things to show you that everything you thought that you knew, rethink it. It's okay. Just rethink the shit, right? Let it go. And why are you holding on to your concepts? Not my chat room, the masses. The 100 people who are going to watch this video, or maybe 60, whatever. Most of you are probably like, what the hell is this shit? If I came in your house and saw what you were eating, I might say the same thing. And your air freshener, and Mr. Clean, and all of your fabric softeners, all the heavy metal poisoning in your apartment. So great if you don't get my video, if it's confusing. This is not for my chat room. This is for the 60 people who are going to watch this. But just know that when I come to your house and I see poison in there, I'm going to point at you too. And be like, well, what's that about? I warned you about that stuff in my videos, but you have all the heavy metal stuff in here. And you didn't get my videos? Well, now I know why. You're a drug addict. You love your pop culture. You're addicted. Can't let it go. By the way, any thoughts on the recent plasmoid sightings that are getting very popular? Could they also be these orbs? Oh. Blessed Bob, it doesn't make sense. We're all on a spaceship that's going Mach 26 through space with debris and asteroids, and some people are upside down. Right. Like in Australia. The land down under? I have not seen these plasmoids. Thank you for the hearts. Let's check it out. Yeah, here you go. Sure, I'm on board. It's a plasmoid orb. What it looks like. Interesting, huh? Plasma, huh? I got thoughts on that. Let's slow down. Let's remember how the orbs came out of my body first before I say this. I'm going to replay a video for Bob. So a lot of you might get bored. I don't care. This is for Bob. Because one of us is a universe, and Bob is a universe. Okay. It'll make sense what I say after showing this. Do I still have it in here? Oh, shit. Did I delete it? No, I didn't. There it is. All right, cool.
You better know your zodiac. It's the ring of animals, Canaanites, canines, serious cannibals. The Bible has by to be evil. Taurus feels incredible. Opposite of Pisces, Virgo, edible. Jupiter rules fish and Venus vegetable. Venus, Lucifer, the life exceptional. Since the Virgo has opposed this flow. Now you know the virgin queen gotta go. Person, persona, a Greek mask hoe. Standing in the place of the light-bearing glow. Shalom, Salome, seven veils of peace. Baal and Bazel, the lord of the beast. Swiss sisters, Pleiades sailing east. Odil is Odilic. The life force feast. Odette and Odil. The swan lake.
Okay, slow it down. That was 7 years ago in Iowa. I said glow, this thing came out of my mouth and went into the phone. And it went into the sky. I've seen it in different nuts in different ways. Now let's go fast forward to what happened tonight. So we can understand what a plasmoid is.
So I said Taurus, I'm a Taurus. I mentioned cow, and they seemed to like that. That one that was by my my right side. Wow. Shall I keep going and asking more questions? It's pretty obvious that The steak you're eating is sacred. That's all. It's a star system that made that and made you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Now, I'm tying it all together. A plasmoid comes from plasma. All humans have plasma. You have a plasma TV. I'm blowing your mind. You donate plasma. Asthma. Yeah. So technically, when I was rapping, I'm full of plasma. An orb came out because I am created by the plasmoid, the heavenly bodies like you, celestial, paranormal. All of you are paranormal. All of you. It makes sense. So your plasmoid is just you expressing itself in a different form. But let's just say this. Your scientists are cheeky. They will have, let's just say, unique versions of these things. Be careful. Be very careful when science shows you things on TV. But you are a plasmoid. As above, so below. Bob is good. Bob has got it. Bob is on it. Bob is going to do some research. Bob is a good dude. Very happy that Bob came in here. So I'm tying it all together now. So every time I have an orb appear, I have to go back in time and show you how it started. Because a lot of people are confused and they think it's just something coming out of dirt. Okay, it came out of my body. That video proves that shit. So a lot of smoking, stress. So your plasmoids, blood, all of this stuff, what makes it? Okay, what makes it are the heavenly bodies. Okay, and your heavenly bodies, they exist on a plane, honey. You see, back in the day, you were a hermetic person. Okay, you were a syncretist back in the day. And they called you a heretic and murdered you and gave you Copernicus. And then now you have NASA. Okay. Or in India, it was Aryabhata. That was the ball earther of India, a mathematician into Vishnu. When the Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita call Earth spread out in a tent, like in the Quran. With corners mentioned in your Mahabharata, there were 4 corners of Indra's realm. Look it up. Just look it up, guys. I know my shit and I wipe my ass. It's for real. But even India gave you globe earth. Okay. So it was a movement. You see where I'm going? It was a movement. What is the biggest thing to trick you? What would be the most powerful thing I could use to control your mind? Changing the shape of the earth. Most important one to research, guys. Even more than my orbs. But my orbs are flatter. So it's the biggest lie, man. And it's right in your face. And the way you do it, you don't have to be obnoxious about it. You're going to get called crazy. You're going to have eyes rolling at you because people are lazy. They don't do their own work. They don't. You know what I mean? So you have to be clear with what you're doing. Have the right evidence. Don't talk forever. Just say, hey, what is a plane? And how come a ball doesn't have corners? But when I go outside, I'm seeing the crystal meth dealer right there in the corner. You shouldn't be seeing corners on a sphere, honey. You should not be. Dead giveaway. I mean, I've seen people get mad when you mention plane. They just roll. I'm like, yeah, what are you getting mad about? You're mad because you know that what I'm saying is grounded. You know, give me evidence. I don't want Copernicus notes. Curvature. Jesus Christ. Global warming, guys. Do you know what's causing global warming? When they chemtrail the sky, do you know what shapes they make? I'm going to show you right now. This is going to floor you. This is going to floor you. When they chemtrail the sky, what shapes do they make? Circles? Did they do little circles in the like donuts? They do not. Very clear what they do. I watched them for years. Watch this. Even your chemtrails are telling you the truth. Here you go. Okay, guys, what do you see? What do you see right away, honey? I see X's, guys. I see a bunch of flat lines giving you poison. I don't see a donut there, a circle. I see planes going straight across, making squares, honey. Hexahedron. They are showing you where you live, dude. You cannot have that on a globe. Another fucking nail in the coffin right there. They're even chemtrailing you with sacred geometry because they have to in order to really get you. But they're lying to you so you can be distracted. That's it. And knock it out and then manifest paranormal shit like me. Yeah, I know I have a cough. Don't worry about my cough. Worry about your McDonald's and your Taco Bell and the needle. Don't worry about my cough or my limp. Not my chat room. The nosy people. We're all going to go one day. Just be a good person and do good shit while you're here. And give good information. Give the earth, which is this shape. Okay? This is shungite. How do you have shit like this manifesting on a ball? Oh, but there were round rocks too. God bless these people. Okay, so now let's review this video. Bob, well, thank you. I learned a lot today, mainly that I have much more to learn. Good night to you and everyone in the chat. Perfect timing. I'm going to end actually now. It's a good timing. No matter how wide the distance, globes would manifest into our everyday life if the earth was spherical. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shiva Shakti Om. Bob, my chat room, and the orbs. Animals and earth. Om, Ram, 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 Saha, Suya, Yanamaha. Om, Chandra, Yanama. Om, Ahum, Vajra Guru Pema City. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hallelujah. Allahu Akbar. Shalom. For you Jews, pardon me, for you atheists, excuse me. I just farted. How about that? I just farted. I'm just going to say that to you. And Hare Krishna back to you, Blessed Mix. And share this. It was definitely hemorrhoids.